Welcome Maurice. Here is the Smiths Everest PRS-25 and here are the dimensions. It has a case diameter of 36mm, lug width of 20mm, lug to lug of 43.5mm, a thickness of 11.3mm and 100 meters of water resistance thanks to a screw down crown. Inside is the Miyota 9039 beating at 28,800 beats per hour, a movement that is reliable and commonly found in many watches today. This isn't the watch that summited Everest. It's far from it. Instead, it pays homage to the Rolex Explorer. It's a watch influenced by greatness, incorporating classic and vintage elements, and built for the modern day explorer, someone who wants to go out and about without the worry of scratching their hard-earned money. It's an affordable alternative to the Rolex. It doesn't try to be a luxury timepiece. Instead, it invites wear and exploration. The case has a vintage aesthetic, yet feels modern at the same time. It has a combination of brushing and polishing, both done very well. The brushing on the lugs are not as fine compared to that on the bracelet. They flow in a diagonal fashion and contrast the satin finish of the links. This detail is appreciated as it allows the case to stand out and is reminiscent of watches from a time past. The case sides are softly rounded with a high polish and tying well with the bezel, which is also high polished. It gives the watch subtle flashiness and matches the polished hands. To top it all off, we get drilled lugs for easy strap changes and is an appropriate functional and aesthetic choice. The dial is familiar and iconic, featuring a matte black backdrop, allowing the printed logo and Everest text to pop and stand proud. There is an added warmth thanks to the fine, grainy texture of the dial and lume found on the indices and numerals. The hands are akin to the Mercedes hands we know and love, and the 3, 6, 9 and triangle marker lets us know its inspiration, and it does it well. Protecting the dial is a boxed sapphire crystal with blue AR coating on the underside. The shape of the crystal gives it character and allows the blue hue to run the edge of the glass, which adds a nice touch of color without interrupting the black dial. Taking a look at the bracelet, we find brushing on the top and bottom surfaces and polished sides in a solid 3-link structure, with added details on the flanks of each link, similar to the likes of a Black Bay 58. However, there is an absence of faux rivets. This is a welcome change from previous models of the Everest, as I find it allows the transition from case to bracelet to flow much better and makes the watch visually proportionate. It has a nice taper of 20mm at the lugs to 16mm at the clasp and features female end links, making it compatible with a majority of wrists and provides added comfort. The watch has a standard signed, milled, double button clasp with 3 positions of micro adjustment for ease of fitment. On the wrist, the Smiths Everest wears well, thanks to its compact size and relatively thin profile. Its timeless design pairs well with many occasions and is capable of satisfying a one-watch collection, as well as a Rolex Explorer itch. The Everest is an amazing watch, and it's no wonder why it has a cult following. They tick many boxes and carry the Explorer identity. Unfortunately, this means it even carries the issues with obtaining one. The Everest sells out incredibly quickly. There is no wait list, but there is a wait if you fail to secure one. If you're interested in getting one, I highly recommend creating an account with time factors and saving your payment details for a fast checkout. That's how I did it. Rolex is unobtainable, so we looked for an alternative. Rolex wasn't the first to reach Everest. The first was an alternative. The Rolex Explorer is a great watch, but here's an alternative. Rolex has reached the pinnacle of the watch world, achieving many world firsts, but there's one they didn't reach first: Everest. Rolex is synonymous with the crown, the king of the watch world, always on top. But reaching the top isn't easy, even for Rolex. In 1953, a watch reached the summit of Everest, and it wasn't a Rolex, it was a Smiths. Comment below what you think of the watch, and subscribe for more watch content. I'll see you in the next one.